On SchuZ episode 30, you're not going to want to miss it, because the strive for greatness in North Coast Blue Chip series continues as Landon Schumaker joins the show to talk about so much. But, on my part, I'm going to let you guys know about how I think the young cores and the cores of the NBA will be turning out in the next 2 or 3 years. Also, I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on this ridiculous LeBron James scenario and why people are really trying to blast him for celebrating. Oh, it's ridiculous. I'm going to talk all about that. I'm going to give you guys a free agency update, and of course, there's going to be SchuZ, where I'm going to let you guys know some of the stuff that the media is not giving enough attention to. And it's going to be stuff in regards to the tampering investigation from the NBA, Zion's Jordan deal, the Team USA team for the FIBA qualifiers, and so much more. But if you guys want to stay up to date and know about my future shows, future series, and my show The Breakdown and who's going to be on next, go follow me at Schumaker. You're not going to miss it to stay up to date on everything. That's on Instagram and Twitter at Schumaker. You're not going to miss it. Go follow me and head over right now. How's everyone doing today? I hope all your weeks are off to a great start. But no matter what, I plan on making them a lot better. I'm your host, Schumaker, and I'm back in my home in Garrett, Arizona, after I've been in New York for the past 8 days. Now I've got some truly big time things to hit up today. But you're not going to miss it because one of the top players in the 2023 class, and you might know him as my brother, Landon Schumaker, joins the show to talk about playing for North Coast Blue Chips, transferring and going to Basha, and so much more. All that's going to come on up next. But before that, we gotta hop into something. Something's been on my nerves, so, well, let's hop right in, folks. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna talk about today is something where it's not necessarily what I had planned, but it's something that's come to my attention, and then clearly I think it's come to a lot of people's attention. That being said, I'm gonna talk about my main topic right after this, but there's something, you guys know I don't get mad on this show too often. It's very rare to do. I'm not that kind of person, but there's something that it's just absolutely ridiculous. Why are these media companies and people going after LeBron James and what he's doing for celebrating? Like, is that really what we're coming to now? First of all, this should not even be a conversation. What is the big deal? He is celebrating. He's happy. The kids are happy. What is going on? It's absolutely atrociously ridiculous. These media members are coming on their shows on Fox, ESPN, whatnot, whatever it may be, and blasting LeBron James for celebrating. I mean, are you kidding me right now? It's absolutely ridiculous. He's celebrating. He's with his team. He's supportive of his team. He's doing everything right. And you know what? No, let me just talk about this. Here's something you guys will hear about SchuZ views. You guys already might have heard from them, or you guys might have heard them now or coming up soon. You're not going to miss it. But this is what some of the players say. And I think when it comes down to it, isn't it what the players say that matters? How they feel? I mean, why did these grown men adults on Twitter going out there behind little profile pictures want to make fun of him? Well, let's hear what these have to say. Sky Clark came on and said, "This is ridiculous. This man has been a model citizen and a role model for people of every sport and doesn't deserve to be unfairly criticized for enjoying his team's success." I 100% agree. You guys heard from Isaac Peralta in last episode. I know, bro. He said it's absolutely ridiculous that they're hating on him. He supports all of us, and he's such an amazing person. These guys are out of line. Okay? How about from Dior? "This is crazy to see. You guys take what this man does off the court for granted. Sounds like hate. My dad has never been in one of my games before. In fact, I haven't seen my dad in 4 years. Don't let's go over your head." He then said, "If you realize his son's not even suited up, LOL. He's still on his feet, hyped for the kids that are not his." Dior continues to say this: "Thanks for everything, big brother," referring to LeBron James, of course. "They will never know how much you impact my life on and most importantly off this basketball court. They big mad." You have it right there. I mean, if the guys love it, if he truly is benefiting the guys, which he is, trust me, I know. I see it. If he truly is, and you guys know it, who has the audacity to sit behind a screen that doesn't even know it? You guys might see it, but what is the big deal? Because you're too shy? Because your kids that you know maybe aren't as good as them? I don't know what it may be, but it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, not going to go into debate about whether I think LeVar Ball's thing we did was correct or not, but someone goes on and calls LeBron James LeVar Ball, and what word are they even related? Maybe they both live in LA right now? I mean, I don't even know if LeBron's going to stay in LA, to be honest. But there's nothing that, anything similar. LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time, and that is a debate to have later, but he is one of the greatest players of all time. LeBron James, he is someone that has built a school. I don't see LeVar Ball doing that. I don't see a lot of these guys doing this. No. LeBron James is someone that donates tons of his money. He's a loyal family man. You don't see any drama. No legal issues. No nothing. LeBron James is going there and supporting these kids and hanging out with them nonstop, game after game, tournament after tournament, being invested in their lives. And you guys want to waste your time going up there and slandering his name when there's many other things we can talk about. It's a disgrace and a shame. If you're one of those men that are going on TV and talking about that, it's just disrespectful. I don't know if I can have respect for that. Grow up. Absolutely ridiculous. And I might put this up for a debate. Like, if someone wants to debate this and think that he was out of control, out of line, or whatever y'all want to say, go ahead, but I'm not listening to it. This is stupid. You're wasting my time on anyone else's time bringing this kind of stuff up. It's ridiculous. LeBron, if you listen to this, you go out there and you do just as much, if not more. Keep supporting the kids. Keep doing 100% what you're doing. This media wants to go down and try to find the negatives in every last thing when this is not even. I don't know how you find a negative in this. Absolutely ridiculous. I support you, LeBron. Keep doing your thing. Obviously, make an impact on all these kids' lives and so many people and everyone that sees you and meets you. Absolutely a shame and ridiculous that the media companies are really doing this. This is the peak of why I say I want to change media and I hate what's going on. But that being said, let's get into the main topic now. So, I do want to hit up now, talk about the future. Now, we talk about cores and you talk about teams, like the main core for the future. Some people might talk about guys that are on the rookie contract, first 2 years in the league, 3 years in the league. Some guys might say they're under 25, 25 and under, 24. I don't know what it is. You could say your core is locked. How long are they locked up for? Well, my definition of this is where do I see teams in about 2 or 3 years? So that means guys locked up. So yes, for example, we're going to talk about the East first, obviously, and we're talking about Kemba Walker. We can talk about that for a good example. Kemba Walker's no, he's not young, but he's locked up for a long-term deal, so he will most likely be there, of course, bearing a trade. And this might not be as accurate, folks, because I don't know. Trades can go down. They will go down. Signings will go down. Someone's going to change. The point is, this is what we got to talk about. So on the East, about 2 3 years, there's number one, Brooklyn Nets, and I don't even want to hear about it. I don't care. Kevin Durant loses all athleticism. Let's say that's what goes down. I got Dirk Nowitzki then. You got Karis Roach, I think he's an all-star. Jared Allen, a future all-star. You got DeAndre Jordan's going to push Jared Allen to make it better. You have Torian Prince, John Musa. You got Rodion Kurucs. You got all this company. You got Nick Claxton, I think is going to be a stud. Theo Pinson's going to be a good backup. You got Dinwiddie. Oh, yeah, 6th man of the year this year? I think so. You've got so many things. Joe Harris and Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he's good. And I think it's going to be perfect. A couple guys, Kerry Kittles talked about it today. He gets a chance to go out there and lead for the first time to understand Kenny Atkinson's playbook before Kevin Durant comes. Love it. Absolutely love it. Number 2, Milwaukee. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they lost Brogdon. He would have probably made the number 1. But you have a guy named Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah. He will lead the Milwaukee Bucks to be a contender for the next, as long as he's in the league, to be honest. Number 3, Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, you look at the squad. They've got all the guys. You got Embiid, you got Harris, you got Simmons, you got Zaire Smith locked up now. You got Josh Richardson that's going to hopefully be locked up for a long time. I mean, you got all kinds of stuff going down out there. Philly is stacked. I like it. Matisse Thybulle, love the guy. Mario Shayok looked good. Corkman is coming back. Shaken Milton, love it all. Boston Celtics number 4 is interesting. It's basically the team they got right now, to be honest. I just don't know how it's going to pan out. They have a lot of pieces, but Hayward, I don't know how he's going to come. I'm so saying yes, I think he's going to come out of what he did his slump last year, but we can't prove it yet. You know what I mean? I mean, you got guys, you got all kinds of guys. Roman Langford, you got Marcus Smart, you got Carson Edwards. Who knows what Taco might turn into? I do not know. You got Robert Williams, Grant Williams. I mean, you got Cantor still. I mean, you got options. We'll see what goes down, though. I mean, Boston is going to be a very good team. I just don't know how it all comes together yet. But I don't see them being better than Brooklyn, Milwaukee, or Philly, to be honest. I love Tatum. I think he's going to be an all-star player, but I don't see him being the next top 2, 3 player in the NBA, to be honest. I'm not saying I can't do it, but that is what I see. Number 5, you guys might take this as a surprise. New York Knicks. I said this is the best thing that could have happened to them, not getting Kyrie and Kevin Durant because they're not in a place. When you look at this team, Dennis Smith Jr., R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Bobby Portis. You got Damian Dotson, Alonzo Trier, Alfred Payton, Natividad Keenan, whatever that turns out to be. Brother Dinkus. You got different picks since keep coming in. Obviously, we're not including that, but that's just part of what they got. New York is stacked. I love it. Atlanta's number 6. They could be higher, but look at the stacked East and young core. You got Trae Young, Cam Reddish, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Bruno Fernando, I think is going to be nice. Damian Jones, Jabari Parker, DeAndre Bembry. I love what Atlanta's got. Obviously, you guys know how high praise I give to Lloyd Pierce and what he's going to do out there with his staff. 7, Chicago. I like it. I really do like them. I think they're a playoff team for a very long time. I mean, they're younger than some of the other teams as well. Wendell and Markkanen. Now, let me say something. I might be shocked right now, but listen, the way Daniel Gafford played in the Summer League, I love Daniel Gafford. I think down the line you might see him replace Wendell Carter, or maybe then Wendell might be a little expendable. We'll see. Because Wendell Carter's he's better than Jahlil Okafor. He's a lot better player all around, a lot better modern day. But what's to say Daniel Gafford's not a perfect modern day center? Your modern day center is not even a guy that needs to go shoot the ball and space it all out. No, he's your rim protector. He's your Rudy Gobert, Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan. Hassan Whiteside, Yusuf Nurkic. Steven Adams, Clint Capella. The list goes on and on. You guys get the point. I love it. That's what Chicago got me. You obviously got Kobe White, Levine, Porter, Hutchinson. You got Don. He's probably going to be expendable and traded. Denzel Valentine, Satoransky, Archidiakono. I like what's going on out there. That's what we got. Indiana Pacers. I like it. Not sure what we're going to see out of Oladipo. But, long term, the starting lineup they're going to have this year is basically the team you're going to see in a few years. Brogdon, Oladipo, Warren, Sabonis, and Turner. Now, I love Aaron Holiday. I don't know if he's going to become an elite backup guard. We'll see what that turns into. Jeremy Lamb still there. Obviously, Edmund Sumner. TJ Leaf, I like him. Gogo, he's going to be a good player. I think we'll see him develop. Now, you're going to look out there in Cleveland, number 9. They're still just early on in this process. They just have a lot of pieces yet. You still got Lobo on the roster. He could be there, but I don't know. We'll see what goes down. I don't know where he's going to be at this point in his career in a few years. But Dylan Windler, I think he's legit. Garland and Sexton's going to be good. Right now you still got Clarkson, Osman. You see what Kevin Porter turns into. I like what they're building out there, though. Detroit, number 10, there's just not a lot of young pieces. Kennard, I like it. You got Frazier, you got DeBeo, you got Blake, Drummond, Maker. I love the Christian Wood. You got McCulloch and Servetus. Bruce Brown looks really good. There's a lot of pieces. I'm not quite sure what Detroit turns into, but I don't see them being better than any of the teams above. Now, Orlando Magic, it is interesting with them because Orlando is someone that does have pieces, but I'm not sure if it's going to pan out because of the fact of Vucevic being their center and holding back Bamba from whatever his thing is. Also, I don't know what Markelle could be. This team could easily fly into top 8. They could easily pass teams like Indiana, maybe even Chicago, to be honest. I like Isaac's defense. I think he's going to turn into a good player, but there's just so much I don't know yet. Miami Heat, Hero looks legit. Butler will be there. Bam looks legit. Derrick Jones is legit. From there, I don't know. Kendrick Nunn will be able to keep developing. I do not know. There's a lot of pieces we'll just continue to wait and out there in Miami. Number 13 is Charlotte. Rozier's still a good player. Obviously, I love Dwayne Bacon. I think Malik Monk still got it. Miles Bridges is legit. We'll see what PG Washington is going to bring to the table, but I do like it. They're probably going to have a top pick this year. We'll see what that turns into. I love him. Finally giving Mitch Kupchak just a chance to do his thing. I love it. And for also, by the way, there's people that keep saying, imagine taking an $8 million contract, turning into 19 for a player from Kemba to Terry Rozier taking a downgrade. I'm sorry, Kemba blew up in his last contract. Is what it is. There wasn't as much money. It's not that big of a deal. Rozier's getting paid right around where he would have anywhere. Washington, number 14. I want to say in that Rui, I like him. I like Troy Brown. There's not a lot of depth. Thomas Bryant's good. But we'll see. Now, Bradley Beal, I don't know if he's going to stay, but just not a lot of depth at who's going to be the true young pieces there. Number 15 is the reigning champions, the Toronto Raptors. Just a lot of bodies. Nothing really legit besides Siakam. Rondé, I like him, but Anunoby, Stanley Johnson, McCaw, Dwight Powell, Van Vliet's nice. Terrence Davis, I like him, the undrafted rookie. We'll see what they're going to do out there, but Toronto I'm not 100% sold on. We'll see what they got in store for us down the line, though. But that's what I got for the East, and we're going to probably be seeing them in a few years from now. As of this moment, without any big trades, this won't happen, but we will see. But that's what I got for right now, folks. Coming up next, you're not going to miss what Landon Schumaker has to say as he continues to strive for greatest in North Coast Blue Chip Series. Trust me, it's going to be something special. You're not going to miss what he has to say about his upcoming high school season, playing for NCBC, and so much more. Coming up right after this. I'm excited to welcome one of the top 2023 players, NCBC and Basha incoming star freshman, and my brother, Landon Schumaker, to the third episode of the NCBC and SFG series. How are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. I just jump right into this and talk about North Coast Blue Chips. How did you originally be able to get the opportunity to go play with them?
I first got the opportunity from someone named Corey Boswell, who you earlier had on your show. He just texted us one day because he got involved with the SFG and got a part of their squad and coaching staff. So he then texted me one day and asked if I wanted to come out for a tournament, and I went out, and it's been great ever since.
Let's talk a little about the team and some of the guys that contribute to the team. Honestly, just talk a little about everyone on the roster.
So, everyone on the team is top players, and we all work together great. Everyone holds their own, starting from Bronny all the way down to, Luke, Mookie, BD, you got Coy, you got Amir, just everyone, everyone contributes to the team and does their thing. and everyone is super talented.
Absolutely. Talk a little more about the brotherhood built and how you guys all bond on and off the court.
Man, that's crazy. Like, just like it feels like family once you walk in to a gym with them or around them or even outside the gym. Everyone is just really close, and we're always going to communicate. And even from now on, heading into high school, it's always going to be a family.
No doubt. To talk some about the best parts about being a part of NCBC and just some of the most best memories you've had so far about playing with them.
Some of the best memories I've had probably was meeting LeBron. I mean, it's crazy seeing him show up to your game, cheer for you, talk to you on the sidelines. Like, it's just mind blowing. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. And probably going into my games and seeing these huge crowds, a little weird at first, but once getting used to it, you just embrace it.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little about LeBron because obviously he's got a lot of unnecessary, and in my opinion, blasphemous just talks about him and just trying to slam him
Mm-hmm.
about being a good fan and all. But talk about your thoughts about what it's like having him on the sideline cheer you on and be one of the almost like he's on the team for you.
Man, it's just amazing. All those tweets or whatever, that stuff's just so stupid. He just needs to continue what he's doing. He's being a bigger part of basketball. He's making it like that family feel. He's out there cheering for us when he doesn't have to be. He could be like a guy that just stays home, but he's there like almost at every tournament, always cheering us on. And it's not even sometimes for his son. It's like for everyone.
No doubt. So talking about some of your favorite tournaments, I mean, you've only got to play in 3 tournaments or so. What was some
Mm-hmm.
of the best memories you've had, or which one was your favorite one?
My favorite one was probably Vegas this past weekend
hmm That's
because
awesome.
it was like finishing AAU off this year and just like winning that tournament and people you got to meet and just hanging out with the team.
No doubt. So, talk about some of the best memories from Vegas and what it was. I mean, obviously for you and a couple other guys like Mook, you guys weren't there necessarily the whole time, but talk about
Mm-hmm.
like the feeling and emotional about being there when it was one of the last times you'll ever, you guys as a blue chip team will ever play together.
It was crazy. Like no one like put it in retrospective. Like we played our games. We didn't really think about that stuff the whole weekend until our final game hit. And once we finished that, it got like really emotional. Even not being there for a while, it was like, wow, like this is over. And like we won't be able to play with each other anymore. And it was crazy. You felt that family feel again.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little more about your high school decision and what necessarily went into the factor of going and deciding to go play for Basha as a freshman now.
So we've been talking about this for a while, and you know that, like, just tons of talking, and we felt like this bachelor was the best decision, and it has been the best decision because mainly the coaching. Coach Drew is just an amazing coach, and I can't wait to see where my journey goes with him and talking to former players like Gabe McLaughlin and him just helping me out and seeing what Basha did for him. And I'm just excited for the journey there and can't wait to get started with the season.
No doubt. So, what are some of the other schools you're kind of deciding between or considering other than Basha when you're truly trying to get the best idea where you were considering to go?
It was mainly like some of the other schools around, you know, like the Chandlers, Perrys, the Castile, just like those schools. But the main decision came down to Bastion. We feel that's the best place for me.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little about summer ball and how summer ball affected you and how you felt fitting in with the team.
Man, I mean, it was hard getting used to it in the beginning, but like after maybe 1 week, 2 week, I started feeling more and more part of the team, getting more comfortable, getting my feet under me, and like I just started doing a lot better. I felt myself getting comfortable, and summer ball was it really was just a blast, and it was very tough, but just preparing for season.
Absolutely. So you already talked a little about Coach G and all, but talk about some of your teammates and who's going to be some of the top guys that play alongside you.
My teammates, so right now we will have one senior in CJ Noter. He's our leader of the team. He's awesome. And then probably our most productive scorer is going to be Trenton McLaughlin, who has a D1 offer right now. And he's just going to go out there and do his thing. And we got others like Thomas Hastings, our point guard. We got Brady at the center. So we'll be good. We'll see where we go next year.
No doubt. I mean, especially being a young team, you guys are definitely going to have to take some steps and just learn. I mean, it won't just say be a dominant, go in and win state most likely. I mean, definitely something to hopefully make the playoffs and on work your way up to being a dominant team.
Yeah, we'll see. Our goal is region, and then if we can get that state, but if we can't, we'll just keep working for that.
Absolutely. So what do you think your role will be on the team this upcoming season?
I think my role is honestly just get with the team and just go out there and play the way I know I can play, and just do my thing and see what opportunities present me. Hopefully do good on all places on the court, like offense, defense. Just do my thing.
No doubt. So talk a little bit more about high school. I mean, high school is obviously a big jump from middle school, and it's a different
Yeah.
environment from club. But what are you most excited for playing in high school?
I'm mainly excited for just like the hype at high school games. You know, I see that I've been to high school games. It's just that's that cool vibe at the games. Like you're on the court, you know, everyone's cheering for you. You got the student section behind you. It's that different feeling.
Absolutely. So by the time you graduate from high school, what do you necessarily want to have? What are some of the goals you want to get done, and what do you want to accomplish by the time you graduate?
Definitely win Arizona Gatorade Player of the Year. Make Arizona all first team. And then get off to college and go D1.
No doubt. So let's head into that college topic then. So obviously, I mean, getting ready to get for college. I mean, it's not necessarily something you walk into high school usually having offers. But what are some of the schools that your goal would be by the end of this year to kind of have offers, or at least be talking to?
Definitely my goals by the end of this year are like the Arizona local schools, maybe some mid-tier D1s, low-tier D1s, possibly maybe some of the higher D1s, but mainly the mid-tiers.
So I mean, obviously, a lot of people need to realize. I mean, a lot of people talk about having the best fits, obviously the best place to go for college. But for you, what has always been like your dream school growing up that you've always wanted to play for?
Man, my dream school's always been Kansas, and at our house, it's just Kansas. Grown up watching the games, we've been to Lawrence Fieldhouse multiple times. Just bunch of my family's out in Kansas, and I've always loved there and always wanted to play there.
Absolutely. All right, so talk about going to high school now. A lot of people we're seeing now, especially in the NBA level, like to team up with someone. So who's a couple guys you'd like to team up with? I mean, let's start off with someone in Arizona. Who's someone out of all the Arizona players you'd really like to team up with?
Man, I'd love to team up with my guy Deron Holmes.
No doubt.
That'd be awesome. He'd really help me grow as a player.
Absolutely. I mean, I think definitely you guys would be able to have a great chemistry. I mean, both of you guys would play at a really great level. I mean, both modern-day big men that can space the floor and still dominate inside as well. Out of everyone in all the country, then, who are some guys you really want to team up with someday in high school?
Man, I'd love to team up with my bro from Strive for Greatness, Sky Clark. That'd be tons of fun to play with. Team up with some of the blue chip players, like let's go like Amir or Ja or someone like that. Team up with them sometime in high school. That'd be crazy.
So who's someone in college right now playing that you'd really want to team up with that you think would be a lot of fun and would help you bring your game to the next level?
I think Devon Dotson, point guard out of Kansas. He'd be just a great facilitator, help me get my shots and just run the court amazingly like he does.
No doubt. So all the NBA players, who would be someone you think would, first of all, bring your game to the next level, but also just be a blast to play alongside?
Man, blast to play alongside would probably be like Joel Embiid, someone funny like that. But on a serious note, someone that could like bring my game to another level would be like a floor general mind like Chris Paul, who could help me on the floor and just teach me all his what he thinks about during the game and his IQ during the game.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little about that. Talking about Chris Paul then, how was your camp when you were able to go play in the Chris Paul Rising Stars game or camp, and how was that experience?
Man, that was awesome. That was a great camp, well ran, top players in the country. I I did my thing. I showed out there, but Chris Paul got to talk to us, and it was great learning about everything going on, even how he got traded and how he handled that from all of his experiences in the NBA. He's a great dude and awesome to listen to, and and I was blessed to be at his camp.
Absolutely. So when did you first really start playing basketball?
Wow, probably when I was like, I mean, me and you used to play when we were like 3 years on those first Fisher Price hoops in the backyard. You know, you used to teach me when I was like 3. So right when I started being able to walk or stuff, you always had me with a basketball.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So this summer, what's one thing you've really worked on your game to improve on? I mean, it can either be basketball wise or just getting your body in better shape or athleticism.
Well, one thing that I mainly improved on was shooting. I know that's the way the game is, and I got to transform that. And I've grinded hard shooting, developed that shot, and that's going to be big for me. And also this summer, I've developed mentally just preparing for high school and getting ready to play against older kids, and like building up on my athleticism and vertical with my couple of my trainers from like Philip Johnson out of Pickup USA with the Vertimax, and Elite U, who is terrific with everything with speed and just getting my body ready for high school.
Absolutely, no doubt. So what's one skill you believe if you add into your game in your arsenal that you'll take you to the next level?
Definitely the shot. If you can shoot it now, you can go as far as you want.
No doubt. Talk about your daily day in terms of workouts, like, never mind, cut that part out.
Okay.
It's already getting kind of long. What part of your game do you really think you take the most pride in? That when you walk onto the court, you're like, "This is what I want to get done, and this is what I think I'm the best at."
My part of my game is just I get after it. Someone's not going to outplay me. That's just not happening. Someone's not going to go and give me buckets. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to outscore them. I'm going to out rebound them. It's just that mentality and just like getting to them on the back to the hoop and just doing anything I can to win.
No doubt. When you model your game around someone, is this someone that you kind of just take bits and pieces from different players that you've watched, or is it someone that you truly do look at and you're like, "This is who I want to have my game be resembled of"?
I'd honestly say that I take bits and pieces from people. Like I try to like mimic Nikola Jokic sometimes because I know him, he doesn't have a huge vertical like me, and so I'll take bits and pieces from him, how he runs the floor, and like that bigger stretch forward type player. I'll take stuff from all different players, from like Joel Embiid, how he can shoot and move and stuff like that, and like Anthony Davis, how he can get to the rim as being a taller player.
Who do you say, in your opinion, has been the best player you've played alongside, or maybe a team or something?
Well, I'd definitely say my guys at North Coast. I mean, everyone's good on that team, so there's not like one better than the other, and everyone is just great.
No doubt. Let's transition a little bit into the NBA topics and all. So, who do you say has been your favorite NBA team?
Definitely the Orlando Magic.
Is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, so when Victor Oladipo was there and got drafted by them, I loved Victor Oladipo, and I kind of stuck with the Magic then. And then once he left, I just stayed with them, and then became a big
hmm
fan.
So, who do you say would be your favorite player now?
Definitely Jonathan Isaac.
hmm So, let's talk a little about NBA free agency. I mean, it's obviously been a wild free agency, but what's some of the biggest things that stood out to you the most this offseason?
Wow, that big move, Katie and Kyrie to Brooklyn.
hmm
But even the Westbrook Chris Paul, like seeing Westbrook in a Houston Rockets jersey just blows my mind.
No doubt. I mean, definitely seeing Kawhi, Paul George. I mean,
Yeah, that's crazy
David,
too.
Anthony Davis is officially there. Kemba's no longer in Charlotte. He's with Boston. I mean, it's just crazy to see everything, the way it's all shaped out now.
Yeah, it's just wow.
So in 1 year, where do you want to be as a player? I mean, there's different things. I mean, your goal could be just as an individual thing, as a team goal, or let's say something like Team USA or being ranked something. Or what thing do you really want to be in 1 year? Where do you want to be?
In 1 year, I just want to be a better player. I'd love to have the stuff like Team USA. Team USA has always been my dream to play in and just represent my country, but win games and definitely just grow as a person as well.
No doubt. So in your life, who do you say to be your biggest role model?
My biggest role model is you.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I would like to wrap it up about talking about something about God and in relation to that. So, how would you say God's helped you the most throughout your career?
God has helped me in so many ways and just blessing me to be able to play basketball, first of all, and just giving me the talent and getting me through those bumps along the way and just the hard times and getting me through those and having me keep progressing as a player.
No doubt. I mean, there's always strange ways and crazy ways He finds a way to make us better, but it always turns out for the good.
Yes, sir, for sure. It's just I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been great having you on here, bud. And I can't wait to see the path that God brings you down, and I can't wait to get your high school career started.
Thank you, bro.
No problem. God bless.
You too.
Coming up next, you're not going to want to miss it. I broke down we're going to see the East in about 2 or 3 years. How about the West, though? Well, you're not going to miss it. I got some surprisers. Yes, LeBron James. I don't think he's coming to an end soon. So where do the Lakers land, though? Minnesota, is Wiggins going to have a breakout as I expect? We'll see. How long will Westbrook and James Harden last together, or will they? We'll see. Stay tuned, everyone. Big time stuff and big time heated topics coming up right after this. So in 2 to 3 years, lots is going to go down. I mean, you look 2 or 3 years ago, Kyrie was Boston or Cleveland, whichever way you want to look at that. KD was Warriors. Yeah, you're going to go down this list forever. LeBron was in the Cavs. I mean, pretty much Paul George was Indiana and Oklahoma. I mean, Kawhi was San Antonio. I mean, you look at this. Davis was obviously New Orleans. Hayward was Utah. I mean, the list, Blake Griffin in LA. I mean, this list is going to go on forever. Basically, no stars on the same team. Steph Curry, yeah, he's there. Westbrook was the only other guy that's been there for a long time, but guess what? He's in Houston now. So what do you know? Things are going to go down. So I don't know how accurate once again this will be. But number one team, 2 to 3 years, it's an LA team. I've always talked about this. There's one team that has a young core, has a lot of young pieces in LA, and that's the LA Clippers. But LeBron's not slowing down anytime soon, folks. So you know what? Lakers will be the number one team in 2 to 3 years. It is what it is. Sorry, folks. I don't care. Yeah, they don't have a ton of young guys. They have Kuzma, who's not super young. Got it. Same thing with KCP. Quinn Cook, a lot of that. I got you. But I think I get him. Anthony Davis, he's not too bad. He's still young. LeBron James, yeah, he's maybe the numbers and his age isn't looking too young. But does he look like he's slowing down? No. He looks like he's an MVP player still. You look around this court. You look at his numbers. Yeah. All right. So Lakers are number one. Number two. This is gonna shock a lot of people. I think might be really debatable, but I'm staying with it. And I love it. I told them they get their head coaches and retain them. At least one guy, but probably two of them will take a huge jump. Then you go and add someone like Jarrett Culver. You add someone like a whole lot of these pieces. I like it. Then you gotta get another point guard. But Andrew Wiggins is gonna break out year. So that's why Minnesota the second best team in 2 to 3 years. I think Wiggins is gonna break out this year, make an NBA All Star, or at least be contending, debatable All Star. I don't think Ryan Saunders is gonna break it out of him. I think Wiggins is pushing himself, and he's finally fed up with all the drama and all the stuff from all the BS stuff all the way from overall there. I mean, I think it's sure what's gonna happen. Cat, I don't think he's even come close to his potential yet. He's going to be a monster you're not going to reckon with. Rocco, Robert Covington, love that defense. Culver, I think something special. Okogie, love the guy. Keita Bates-Diop, love his game when he brings to the table. Jake Layman, love that addition. I mean, they got a lot of good pieces right now. I really do love what they've been bringing in. Obviously, there's a lot of guys I'm not talking about right now, but this list is going to go on. I love what Minnesota's doing out there. I think they got something special. Number three is Denver Nuggets. You got Nikola Jokic. You got Jamal Murray. You got all kinds of stuff going down right there. Not even to mention whatever Bobo Michael Porter does. I'm not even really considering them because how do you? I do not know, but if they pan out to even be half what the potential is, well, they might be number one. But right now, I'm putting them at number three. Number four, De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley will be unstoppable for years to come. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. That might just be one of the best duels you're going to see for the next 10 years. They're going to absolutely destroy the next decade. And I think Sacramento's going to bring in a championship in the next 10 years. I truly do, at least one. I mean, when you tell me you got De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, as long as they stay together, and then you have the points where you got Buddy Hield being on space to four, Bogdan able to do the very same thing. You got Harrison Barnes, he can take on any man. He's a great 3-and-D kind of player. You got Harry Giles, what he's going to turn out to become. You've got so many different pieces right now building up out here in Sacramento. It's something you're not going to reckon with. I mean, it is something scary. I mean, right now, adding the veterans they were able to add into this locker room is going to be crucial to this team's development. It truly is. When you're talking about adding guys like Dedmon, you're adding guys like Trevor Ariza, Bay Elites is still there. You're adding all these kind of guys. It's huge. Cody Joseph's going to be huge. If I can get that backup point guard and Kyle guy, I still think he's going to be a stud. Number 5, San Antonio Spurs. I'm not really even including DeMar DeRozan and Aldridge. To be honest, I think they'll both be gone in 2 to 3 years. So what do they got? Oh, yeah. DeJounte Murray. I think he's legit all-star potential. I think Derek White is an all-star potential. Keldon Johnson looks sharp. But Lonnie Walker is the star of the future for this team. Along with, I think him and DeJounte Murray especially will be stars. Breen Forbes will be a great backup. I mean, you're just adding so many young pieces. I love what San Antonio is doing. They have so many options. So many options to just keep moving, getting better. That's what makes this team scary. And you know that the scary thing is you know they will do it. I think Trey Lyles will be a great player here. They're going to love him. He's going to be perfect for what they're trying to build here. I mean, Metro expect him to break out soon. Jakob Poeltl, he's doing it in a second year. I think it's big time for him. Number 6 is now when you have the other LA team with the LA Clippers, not going to Inglewood, obviously, but LA Clippers, I love it. Absolutely love it. I love what they got there. Kawhi and Paul George will be unstoppable for years to come. I don't know how they're going to compete with a team of Popovich leading them. I don't know how long Pop will lead, but we'll see. I mean, yes, you could probably put Clippers above Spurs. Maybe Sacramento, but I don't even think that. I mean, Sacramento, yeah, we know nothing special, but Clippers, how long will Paul George and Kawhi stay healthy? I think they both have injury issues. We'll see. Landon Schumaker, though, he's legit. Montrez's going on a contract year. We'll see what goes down there. Lou Williams, how long will he be able to put this elite scoring up? I think he's going to be a good scorer, like Jamal Crawford can do it at 40, but we'll see what goes down. Phoenix Suns, number 7. I know that's a shocker. I'm sorry, guys, but at the same time, I'm not. I just don't know. Booker, I'm still not sold on. Yes, he got the numbers, don't get me wrong, but the numbers aren't translating to wins. That doesn't mean anything. DeAndre Ayton, at least they're going to be a playoff team. At the very least, I think they have I think they have an elite ceiling. I just don't know if they're able to reach. I think Monty Williams is the guy to do it. They will reach it, though. Number 8 is Dallas. Love it, but they don't have a lot of guys. Same thing with the issue with Phoenix. There's not a lot of depth. They have the 2 superstars. Luka and Kristaps will be probably unstoppable. Dwight Powell's solid. But besides that, you got Brunson, you got whatever Isaiah Roby becomes. There's not much young youth there. So I can't give it to them. There's not a lot of it. There's only 2 really guys. Can't have some other solid players. Number 9, New Orleans. I know, folks, sorry, but when you look at it, I mean, you're looking at a squad. Zion, I don't know yet. It's hard to rank rookies, but you got Zion. You got Jackson Hayes that looks legit. You got Nikhil Alexander-Walker. You got Lonzo Ball. I mean, you got Brandon Ingram, which everyone's forgetting, but it's also partly they're forgetting because of the injury and the blood clots. Will that prevent him from getting his potential down the line? You got Josh Hart. You've got a lot of young pieces. Okafor, but what will that turn out to? I do not know. And can I put that above an established 2 superstars and Luka and Kristaps? I don't know. I mean, yes, Kristaps, we don't know what the injury, but I think he's going to be legit. Can you put that over Booker and Ayton that's already shown they can play at a high level in the NBA? You're talking about 3 of the guys that listed are rookies, and one of them came off of blood clots. We'll see. Number 10, Utah Jazz, because really you only got 2 true young pieces, and that's Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. Yes, you got Exum, but how long will Mike Conley be at an elite level? Joe Ingles, Boyan, we'll see. That's what I got there. 11th is Memphis. I think they have a potential, but they just need right now there's just so many pieces that are young. They need to fill it out. Once they start trading guys off, filling it in with veterans, just truly taking this roster and building it around Jaren Jackson, which I think is a guy you can truly build a roster around. I think he's special. He is something that's, he's got a ceiling. He's 19 years old and just destroying. He's the guy that's super high ceiling. You got John Morant, Brandon Clark. If Josh Jackson can turn into what he's supposed to turn into, watch out. Jonas Valanciunas is very sharp. I love that piece. You got a lot of guys there. Tyus Jones is one of the best backup point guards I think long term. He's the next Corey Joseph, Patty Mills kind of guy. I love that. Golden State Warriors 12. I think Curry can go for a long time unless they burn him out. He'll be able to shoot forever, though. Clay, I think he'll be able to still be fine for a while. I don't know about Draymond necessarily in terms of young core. Will we stay with Golden State? I just don't know. Obviously, you got D'Lo. You got pieces. But that's why I put them at 12 because it's not as sharp. The guys are going to be coming off the prime in 2 to 3 years. Now, Portland. They got CJ McCollum locked down. Love it, but how many other options are there? Nasir Little. I don't know what Nurkic will be, a shell of himself. What will it be? Nasir Little, Zach Collins are truly young guys, but I might as well just include Damian and CJ because we know they'll be good for a very long time. Oklahoma City Thunder, though. Yeah, Shai Alexander is legit. You guys know my thoughts on him. Ferguson, Diallo, I like them. Baz Baisley, I think he's going to be a really good player. Steven Adams still is only 26, 27 years old. But it's just not so many superstars established. We'll see what they got to build out there. And then 15th, Houston Rockets, because I don't know what James Harden and Russell Westbrook will be able to be like in a few years, but that's just what it is. They don't have that much players on the roster, still got to fill that out. Capella's young, yeah, I just don't know. They got so much to figure out. They don't really have a young core. I don't know where they'll be in 2 to 3 years. Don't get me wrong, Harden and Westbrook will still be great players, but how great will it be in 2 to 3 years, and will they have any help or roster spots? We'll see. That's what I got for the West, you guys. That's just where I see the guys in 2 to 3 years. Yes, there'll be debate some stuff, but I think the NBA is in great hands, and you got some special stuff to come up in the coming years. Free agency keeps rolling. Maybe it's not the big time moves, but there's still moves going down. I got some stuff to talk about. So stay tuned, everyone, for my free agency update from the past week. You're not going to miss it. Coming up right after this. Alright, so the past week, we started off with Ben McLemore signed to Houston on a 2-year minimum deal. It's not necessarily guaranteed, but it's another chance. Houston will need to fill out that roster. Maybe it could become another Daniel House kind of project. Fix him up, turn him into a good player. I mean, Ben McLemore, I thought if he was in the right situation at college, it would have been better. Clearly, the game's changed from underneath him, but he's got a lot of potential still. Still athletic. Put him on Houston. We'll see what he can do. I think he can still become someone like Iman Shumpert, most definitely. Then Pau Gasol signed with Portland for a 1-year, $2.6 million deal. That's a minimum contract. Adds more depth to Portland, a big-time move. Adds another player that's won a championship. I think Portland's really gearing up for a potential championship run. Do I think they'll make it right now? Maybe, maybe not, but they got some big-time stuff ahead of them. Frank Korkmaz decided to come back to Philly on a 2-year minimum deal after almost deciding to go overseas and leaving the NBA if no one else offered him, but they do retain him. He is staying in Philly. Same story happened with Dragon Bender. Deals are pretty much set up to go out there, play in Europe, play in Russia and all. He decided not to go play. He was going to play with Coach's Coopers, if you remember, but Bender, he decided to go play with Milwaukee on a 2-year minimum deal. Perfect for Milwaukee. He can stretch the floor, give him a chance to play again, still give him a couple more years of the belt, see what he's got left in that tank still, if there is anything. Love that sign. Jakar Sampson's going to Indiana on a 1-year minimum deal. Just a good play. You see what his energy brought when he was with Chicago to fill the teams in his career. I love this sign about Trey Burke. They're bringing him out to Philadelphia for a 1-year minimum deal. He's a great backup point who can go get buckets real quickly. Him, Raunetto will be able to fight for the backup role. I love that sign there. Then today, the big news was CJ McCollum signed the extension with Portland, a 3-year, $100 million extension. Basically putting the deal now at 5 years, $157 million. His deal expires in 2024. Damian will be right around the same time. So you basically got the guys until mid-20s locked up now, which is big time. Now, basically him and Damian both have a chance to play in the whole career, which is awesome. Now, other big news, Steve Kerr talking about this stuff. He says the NBA really needs to address the fact that players are asking out before the contract expire. I do agree. He said it's bad for the NBA. I think they will need to fix some of that. But there's not much to do. It's a players' league, and I think players do deserve to run it because they're the ones that make the money at the end of the day. Now, the Lakers are leaving a spot open to potentially sign Andre Iguodala. If indeed he is bought out by Memphis, we'll see what goes down there, though. Carl Towns said he wants to stay in Minnesota. He said many different things about them and his praise for Ryan Saunders, his praise for his teammates. I think him and Wiggins, like I said, have potential to be championship caliber team. No one's seeing it, but I'm calling it right now. Listen, I'm calling it, and believe me, it's going to happen in the coming years. Cat said he wants to stay in Minnesota. He said it's tremendous. He's happy, and he wants to be here for a very long time. He loves the city, loves his teammates, like I said. Now, Clippers did also ask about James Harden and Bradley Beal prior to pulling the trigger for Paul George. Obviously, we saw what happened. They got Paul George. Obviously, I think Paul George is way better than Bradley Beal in terms of what you're looking at there. And James Harden would have been interesting. How him and Kawhi would have played, I think it would have worked out great. Paul George is almost the same kind of thing. Another greatest defensive player, though, obviously. I think Clippers are set, as I said. Now, Houston will rest James Harden and Russell Westbrook this year. As Morris said, they plan on peaking in April. Playoff time, you know what it is. I completely agree. Understand. That's what it is. Now, Spurs made some moves right. He decided to go move up. Brian Wright's now becoming the new GM, replacing Buford, who's been there for a very long time, this Spurs GM. He's now going to a CEO kind of role where you're still going to see Wright report to him, but he slowly decided to retire and fall out of the basketball world. Now, other thing, Tim Duncan's coming back into the basketball world. He's now joined to become an assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs. I love it. Great addition. It's going to be fun to see out down there. I think the players are going to enjoy it as well. Now, finally, Washington did offer Bradley Beal a max deal, 3-year, $111 million extension. We'll see what goes down there. I do not know if he will accept it or what it looks like, but that's what they offered him. And Bradley Beal is deserving of it, but he says he's going to take his time and he's not going to rush into it, nor do I think he should. It's a big-time decision. What's going to happen? I still think Bradley Beal will be traded. I just don't see how he fits in this in the timeline, obviously, but All things can be changed. I don't necessarily know, obviously, but I do think you expect big things from Bradley Beal in the coming years. But we'll see what Washington decides to do in terms of pull the trigger or not. But that's what I got for free agency updates as of this week. Stay tuned, you're not going to miss it, as they always will keep giving updates until we start the season off. You guys already know what's coming up next. SchuZ, where I'm going to talk about the stuff that has not got enough attention. I'm going to give more attention to take my thoughts on that stuff. So, I say we get right into it. SchuZ coming up after this. Alright, so let's kick it off. NBA is conducting a tampering investigation. It's in regards to obviously the stuff that people were getting news and alerts about where players are signing prior to the stuff even starting. I think it's something they might look into. I mean, overall, what team has changed? No, they can pay the money. They don't really care. And then the day, the players will probably go there anyway. So I don't think they need to change it. I don't think they should. Who cares? And please do not change the draft and the free agency draft. I don't like the way the NFL offseason is set up. Keep it the way it is. The NBA offseason is perfect right now the way it is. Zion Williamson has brought down the bank, signing the largest deal ever for a rookie in a shoe deal. Signed with Jordan, $70 to $75 million. And that's obviously what he's talked about. He said he took less to go Jordans because that was his idol growing up. That's his player he loved. He decided to go with him. Obviously, big time, jump man. Big time young piece for Jordan's brand, and huge. I love that deal for Zion. I can't wait to see him rocking those Jordans. Now, I hope the shoes do have a Z on it, so I can cop some of those. But Montrezl Harrell, he decided to sign with Clutch Sports and Rich Paul's team. He's obviously in a contract year, and he wants to get the deal done right. I think he deserves a big deal. One of the best backup big men. At the very least, you got Ed Davis, but a more energized version of him. He's huge and a big-time player. Now, a lot of news also, Kawhi Leonard has now been voted the NBA's best player by 20 coaches and executives and sports writers across ESPN and an ESPN survey. I don't really know. I mean, during the playoffs, yes, I think everyone's going to say whatever you do. The best player in the finals is technically the best player. We'll see if that's true, though. I don't know. I think it's between Giannis. It's between LeBron and if Kevin Durant was healthy. I mean, I just don't know yet. Kawhi's a great player. Obviously, he led us to the championship and the finals, but I mean, when you go one-on-one, when you're talking about, is it really, how hard is it to stop Giannis? I think it's pretty much impossible. I mean, yes, Kawhi beat him out, so I could give him it right now, but I just don't know how we're going to talk about that. But Team USA is getting bad. Now, I don't really care, though, because they're going to win. They're going to get to the Olympics, so that matters, and players will play. But right now, you haven't ever won. I mean, yeah, from the original group, you've got guys like Love, Kevin Love, Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Tobias Harris. Yeah, they've all backed out. Then you've got Zion decided to back out of the select team. Plum himself decided to back out. Then they offered a thing to Montrezl Harrell. He backed out. So now you got Mason Plumlee coming in. You got Thad Young. You got Marcus Smart. I mean, you got Julius Randle. You got a couple guys like that. I mean, Jaylen Brown. And then I just don't know. I mean, that's what you're looking at. It's not going to be a great team, but it's still going to be a rush of NBA players, no doubt. Your select team, Jared Allen, Marvin Bagley, McCall Bridges, Jalen Brunson, John Collins, Pat Connaughton, De'Aaron Fox, Joe Harris, Jonathan Isaac, Mitchell Robinson, Landon Shamet, Derek White, and Trae Young. A good young core right there. I think some of those guys should make the roster. I think you really shouldn't bring that many veterans. Look at the thing. And in 1 year, how many of these guys will possibly be on the legit team, the real team, and be able to contribute? Don't you want to get experience? I think so. I mean, you look at, will they have the whole roster of these guys? No, I think they could still do good, though. I think you're looking at Marvin Bagley for sure. I think you're definitely looking at Trae Young and De'Aaron Fox. Considering them, I think Mitchell Robinson's got to be on there. I do think maybe you consider John Collins, Jared Allen. I mean, Jonathan Isaac's good too. Joe Harris for shooting, but I think you can get other guys like Clay or something. I mean, you got lots going down there. It will be interesting to see how this roster pans out. Obviously, we got about 1 month left until it starts. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait for the FIBA qualifiers. It's always a great time and a great thing you never want to miss out on. But that is what I got for SchuZ for you guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And obviously, I'll give you guys some more stuff than me and not cover enough. Coming up at the end of every episode, wrapping it up with SchuZ. You're not going to miss it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today on SchuZ episode 30. But that is indeed a wrap, folks. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. But if you want to stay up to date, I mean, we're in the middle of Stephen Green's Blue Chip series. Who's coming up next? Who's going to be on the next episode of The Breakdown? What's all this series going down? All that can be found on my Instagram at Schumaker or Twitter at Schumaker. You can go like my Facebook page, SchuZ Zach Schumaker. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, though. That's The Breakdown. You can catch up my shows about that and my highlight breakdown. It's just something you're not going to miss. Now, I know you listen to this on some platform. Whatever it is, subscribe or like my channel. Please do that. Helps the SchuZ views continue to grow. And don't forget, give me a 5 stars, comment, like, whatever it may be to continue this program to keep growing. That being said, folks, if you want to get involved, go and be a voice message. Go on the Anchor app, go to anchor.com, send me a question or whatever you might have, and I'll answer that on the show, and your voice will be heard on the podcast. I don't think you guys are going to miss out on the opportunity. There's so much more to talk about, but I cannot wait to get to the next episode, so you're not going to miss it. But that being said, SchuZ is out. Everyone go be the light of God, and God bless.